And in a remarkably short period of time, Kim has gone from little rocket man in the president's eyes to very honorable. Major and Ben, I will get your reactions to this in just a moment, but let's look back at the road to Singapore.
North Korea is a big world problem. The era of strategic patience with the North Korean regime has failed, and frankly, that patience is over.
The latest missile launch drew praise from North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, who said through state media the test clearly proved the whole U.S. mainland is in firing range.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
Kim called the president a dotard and mentally deranged.
But the rhetorical fire and fury stopped in January, when Kim Jong Un offered to send North Korean athletes to the February Olympics in South Korea. He's launched a diplomatic offensive, successfully getting both the president of South Korea and the United States to agree to meet with him.
President Trump has agreed to a face-to-face meeting with North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un.
We'll see what happens.
It was a border crossing 65 years in the making.
It was a very important thing to be able to get these three great people out. There are certain conditions that we want, and I think we'll get those conditions. And if we don't have the meeting.
In a letter to Kim, Mr. Trump says a meeting at this time is inappropriate.
I've decided to terminate the planned summit in Singapore on June 12th.
The big story this Friday afternoon, the summit with North Korea is back on.
We'll be meeting on June 12th in Singapore. I think we're going to have a relationship, and it'll start on June 12th.
Ben, we saw you've been in North Korea multiple times. You were just there a couple weeks ago. What are the North Koreans looking for from this summit?
Well, Jeff, just by sitting down at the table, they get something that the Kim regime has long sought, and that is recognition by a president of the United States. But more than that, if you take Kim Jong Un at his word that he really wants to build a real economy in North Korea, change the lives of his people, he needs these sanctions to go away. And for that to happen, he needs a better relationship with the United States. Jeff?
All right, Ben Tracy, thank you very much. Major, now to you. What does the White House want out of this?
Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, said the big letter is V for verify. How do you verify denuclearization? And the Secretary of State bristled at suggestions President Trump wasn't adequately prepared to drive that bargain, or the United States was not technologically and technically capable of that verification process. That's the key for the U.S. Verify what's on the North Korean agenda in terms of getting rid of its nuclear weapons.
Yeah, they've really pushed back on that technical criticism. Major, thank you.